I'm Tom Wood and I am going to do a step-by-step guide on how to cut a lamb carcass up. First of all, we're going to break it up into 3 sections and then go through each section individually. Legs of lamb, saddles of lamb and lamb fours. So the lamb fore, we cut it into half, which makes it easier to access the middle neck chops. So we just remove any excess trim, which will go into minced lamb at the end. Just go through the cartridge. And then we follow the seam down to expose the middle neck chops. Square it off. And these are lamb middle neck chops, which are absolutely perfect for slow cooking, and full of flavour and very meaty. This is shoulder of lamb, which is left after the lamb middle neck chops have been taken off, which is quite a versatile cut, which can be used for bone and rolled lamb shoulder, lamb henrys, or just half shoulder joints, which again are all perfect for roasting. And just take the knuckle joint off. Feel for the knuckle joint. And there you have your half shoulders. And the remaining shoulder, again we take the excess bone out. Instead of following down the seam this time to create a full shoulder, we follow it down the back of the bone. As tight up as possible to leave more meat on the cut. And that's your full shoulder of lamb with your neck filleting. And the neck end, again, which is also perfect for slow cooking, which is better off mixed in with your middle neck chops. Perfect for those cold, dark nights. So next we have our lamb saddle, which this is where your lamb chops come from. All your cutlets, loin chops, Barnsley chops. So we mark down and remove the breasts. Like so. We'll come back to them later. So we just remove the kidneys and any of the excess fat. Being careful not to cut into the fillet, tenderloin, remove any gristle, and then we remove the cutlets away from the loin. And there you can take either your Barnsley chops off or a boneless saddle, which you can roll and stuff and roast. And then we have our cutlets, which you get your lamb cutlets from, racks of lamb. So we take our top end of the saddle, where we're going to get a cutlets and rack of lamb from, and just split it. Remove any excess spinal cord. So you find in between each bone, which helps you give a guideline for each cutlet chop. And off each, if you cut the saddles correctly, it should end up with 7 chops. So next we have the other half of the saddle, which we're going to make into a rack of lamb, and we just take the back off to expose the bones, and then just carefully down each side of the bone to expose it. And then we just clean any membrane, gristle and fat from the bones. So then the bottom half of the saddle, where the loin chops come from, Barnsley chops can come from. You can even bone and roll it, which sometimes we do a lamb roulade, stuff with asparagus and black pudding. And you cut loin chops about 1 inch thick. These are known as lamb T-bones also, because they resemble the T-bone steak. So we have come back to the lamb breast, which is taken from the lamb saddles. We're just going to make these into quick nibbles, lamb riblets, which these can be slow cooked, they can be grilled, brilliant if you're on a barbecue, even just marinated in garden mint. So with the second lamb breast, again we just take that bit of gristle out of the bottom and we're going to bone and roll this one. So we just go underneath the skirt and we just remove the bone like so. Just go down the back to the bottom of it and remove the bone. And then we just, these can be stuffed or they can be left plain and perfect for little roasting joints, and again full of flavour. And if we just string this up, we have a perfect joint which is oven ready. And then finally we have the lamb legs, which we just split to separate them. And these are just your, this will be just your basic lamb leg and fillet of lamb. And we just remove the hock. Just remove the lamb rump, mark the leg of lamb out just above the Isaac bone to take the fillet off, and there you have your leg of lamb and your fillet of lamb. So then our second leg, we're going to totally debone it and expose all the nice small joints available inside. And we start by removing the Isaac bone, just follow the bone round. Go through the knuckle joint, just expose it and follow it around, leaving all the meat on the joint like so. And these legs of lamb, they can be bone and rolled, again they can all be steaked, but we're going to again open it up, just follow the knuckle bone underneath the top side. And these are quite popular, especially in Australia, where they just throw them on the barbie as a butterflied leg of lamb, like so. But what we're going to do is remove the top side, just take that piece of cartridge out above the knuckle, and you just follow the seam down. We're going to remove the lamb parve, like so. And then we have the silver side, which is another nice small joint. And these are all perfect for mid-week roasts, and they only take about 45 minutes at 180. So just finish off tying the lamb knuckle up, which is also known as the lamb parve. Again, we just trim any gristle off, and then these are just premium lamb steaks. Look how lean they are. So any excess trim is all trimmed down, any excess fat's taken out. Obviously all the leaner cuts will go into dice, perfect for curries, stews, casseroles. Any trim, which obviously doesn't make that grade, will then be all put to one side, which goes into minced lamb, lamb burgers, kofta kebabs, lamb mint kebabs, rosemary and garlic kebabs. So we make sure that the entire carcass is utilised in the correct way and manner. This is Tom Wood's step-by-step guide on how to cut a lamb up.